The subscription trap. How $10 apps are draining your retirement. Meet Alex. Alex is 30, works a decent job, and feels like he's doing everything right. He's not buying yachts or designer shoes. In fact, his biggest monthly luxury is just a $10 streaming service, and maybe a $15 gym membership he plans to use, and a $5 cloud storage fee. To Alex, these are just micro costs. Small change, the price of burrito. But what Alex doesn't see is the leaky bucket effect. While he's focused on the big goals, saving for a house or retirement, these tiny, invisible holes in his bucket are draining his future at a rate that would terrify him if he actually did the math. Today, we're going to look at this subscription trap. I'm going to show you how a few $10 apps aren't just taking your pocket change. They are quietly stealing six figures from your retirement. And more importantly, I'll show you the psychological dark patterns companies use to make sure you never, ever hit that cancel button. The problem started around 2010. We moved from an ownership economy to a rental economy. We used to buy a DVD for $20 and own it forever. Now, we rent access to it for $15 a month. On the surface, it's a great deal. More content, less upfront cost. But this is where the mental accounting bias kicks in. Our brains are wired to perceive a $10 recurring charge as significantly cheaper than a $100 annual fee. Companies know this. They call it frictionless spending. Think about it. When was the last time you physically handed over a $10 bill for your Spotify? You didn't. It happened while you were sleeping. It didn't hurt to pay. Behavioral economists call this the pain of paying. When we use cash, our brain's insula, the area associated with physical pain, actually lights up. But with an automated subscription, the pain is zero. Take the free trial trap. A study found that 44% of people who sign up for a free trial forget to cancel before the first charge hits. Companies aren't offering you a free month because they're nice. They're betting on your inertia. They know that once a service is integrated into your life, the status quo bias makes it much harder to leave than it was to join. Before we get into the scary math that shows exactly how much this is costing your future self, if you're finding this insight helpful, hit that subscribe button. We break down the hidden systems that control your money every single week. Let's look at the numbers Alex is ignoring. Alex has 5 subscriptions: streaming, music, a pro work app, his gym, and a niche hobby app. Total, $85 a month. That's nothing, Alex says. It's 2 pizzas. But let's look at the opportunity cost. If Alex took that $85 a month and put it into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund with an average 8% annual return, here is what happens over a 35-year career. After 10 years, he has $15,500. After 25 years, he has $80,000. And after 35 years, he has $195,000. That cheap bundle of apps just cost Alex $250,000 in retirement. That is the difference between retiring at 60 or working until 70. And here is the kicker. Most of us aren't spending $85. A recent survey found that while the average consumer thought they spent $86 a month on subscriptions, their actual itemized total was $219. We are losing over $130 a month to phantom subscriptions, things we don't even remember we signed up for. So why don't we just cancel? Because of a psychological trap called loss aversion. Companies have turned canceling into a grieving process. When you try to leave, they don't just say goodbye. They show you what you're losing. They tell you that you'll lose your 500 saved playlists or your legacy member pricing. This triggers a fear of loss that is twice as powerful as the joy of saving $10. They also use something called sludge. While it took one click to sign up, canceling often requires you to find a hidden menu, call a customer service line, or chat with a bot that doesn't understand the word cancel. It is the Hotel California of marketing. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. You don't have to live in a cave and cancel everything. You just have to stop being a passive consumer and become an active one. Start with a bank statement scrub. Don't look at your apps, look at your bank statement. Highlight every recurring charge. You'll find at least one phantom charge. Next, use the value per hour test. If you pay $15 for a service, Did you use it for at least 15 hours this month? If the cost per hour is more than $1, it's a bad investment. Finally, use the manual rule. If you haven't used a service in 30 days, cancel it. If you need it later, you can sign up again in 10 seconds. Trust me, they will be happy to have you back. Alex decided to cut 3 of his 5 subscriptions. He's now investing that $50 a month. It's a small change today, but his 65-year-old self is going to thank him for that $110,000 thank you gift. The subscription trap is only a trap if you don't see the walls. Now that you do, it's time to break out. Did you find a phantom subscription recently? Drop a comment below and let me know which one was draining your account. I once found a $20 gym membership I hadn't used in 2 years. If this video opened your eyes, give it a like and subscribe to join our community of people taking back control of their financial future. See you in the next one.